Hey everybody, welcome to My Green Pets. I'm William Green. And today's My Green Pets episode is going to be what is my daily routine with my orchids. And I want to thank one of my Instagram subscribers for the idea, because I thought it was a great idea. And I never really talk about this stuff. So let's talk about it. When I first come out in the mornings, I unzip the tent, and the first thing that I look at is this: the humidity and the temperature in the tent. I want to know where the humidity is at. I'm torn because I want the humidity to be like 65%. If it's a little drier, it's not bad. If it's a little bit higher than that, it's not bad either. But higher humidity can mean more fungal problems. So I want to kind of err on the dry side, but that doesn't always happen. So the next thing I do is I look at the plants that are doing something, right? That I know are doing something. For example, the cattleyas, the ones that are in sheath, right? The ones that have buds poking out. Plants that are doing something that moves quickly, right? These have got buds poking out. So I'm going to check these out. I'm going to check out flowers, right? Look and see what flowers look like and how they've changed and all that good stuff. I'm going to look for anything that needs to be picked up. Like sometimes, usually Hal's old flowers fall and I pick those up. Or if a leaf drops, I need to pick that up. Or just do some like little spot cleaning, right? And then I water. And how do I water? Well, I wish that I could hold the camera and the watering thing at the same time, but I can't do that. So I can just tell you, when I water, I take the tank sprayer and I usually change the stream so that it is more of a direct stream, not like a straight jet, but kind of close, just a shot, right? And I will, because that's the way the most water comes out. And so I'll just like shoot the plants in the back and just soak them as much as I can. I do not water my path with my pump sprayer. I water it in the sink. All the cattleyas, everything in rocks. I drench the pots with the pump sprayer until water is dripping out the bottom. And then smaller plants like seedlings and stuff, I actually change the nozzle of the pump sprayer to be more of a spray, and then I just kind of spray them gently until water's dripping out of the bottoms of those pots as well. Now these guys are in sphagnum, and I just give them a light spray across the top. I never soak that sphagnum because it takes forever to dry out. And that's pretty much it. I mean, after watering, I just check everything out. The airflow is really important. So I've got a fan up here that kind of blows into the corner, and it creates just this circulating cell of air in the tent. And it tends to be stronger back here in this corner, but you can feel it throughout the whole tent. And I used to have the tent blowing straight down, or used to have the fan blowing straight down, and now I'm like, it was drying certain plants out too fast, and other plants, it was creating this weirdness where some plants were really dry, other plants were really wet. So now it's more evenly distributed. The air seems to be more evenly distributed, and I think it's working okay. But I just have to be careful with the watering and make sure that things aren't staying too wet. Too dry is less of a problem because it is pretty contained in here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. When I see a plant that's got serious problems, like it's very wrinkled, or I see a snail, I'm often looking for snails. Best time for me to look for snails usually in the evenings when they come out. But sometimes they come out right after I water. And I'll pick those off. I'll usually use a paper clip to pick off the snails and that kind of stuff. That's not every day, but every once in a while I see one. And yeah, that's it. A lot of the time is just sat here sitting and staring at the plants. I just stare at them. I just look, and I'm looking for, there's a million things to look for. There's a million things to look at. Every root tip, every new growth, every existing leaf, every flower. There's There's a million things to look at. So I just look for things that look irregular, right? I look for color changes. I look for things that have gone yellow really quickly. I look for root tips that are stopping growth or turning black. I look for things that look shriveled up. I look for new buds, new spikes. I look for leaves that are cracking open, like this one. Cracking open there. And I look for bugs. Do I see any bugs? Do I see anything moving? If I do, is it something I'm concerned about, or is it just something harmless that lives in here? So, yeah, usually I would say I probably spend about, gosh, I would say half an hour is reasonable. I spend about a half an hour with my orchids every day, watering, looking, enjoying. Sometimes I'd spend more. Sometimes it's a nice, like, just peaceful kind of a escape from the day to just sit and observe the plants, you know? It's actually really nice. Just appreciate them. Appreciate how beautiful they are and what a miracle it is that they even exist and what they do and how they live and where they come from. It's just really nice. So, yeah. If I were to give advice about taking care of orchids, I would just say pay attention to your plants. But that doesn't mean always do something. You don't always have to do anything. Sometimes I think when you're starting out, you want to do too much. Sometimes wait and see is the best thing to do, unless something is moving quickly. But that's it. That's basically my daily routine with the orchids. Let me know if you have any questions. Be happy to answer them. This is William Green with My Green Pets. Have a great day. Can't wait for these guys to bloom. See you next time.